Remain humble, remain prayerful, remain grateful. Because the increase I release is holy, it carries purpose. You are not being blessed merely to impress people. You are being blessed to build kingdom impact, to help others, to establish legacy, to become evidence that I still provide for my children. My child, hear this next part carefully. The enemy attacked your confidence because confidence mixed with faith becomes dangerous to darkness. A fearful person hesitates. A doubtful person retreats. But a person who fully believes my promises becomes unstoppable. That is why discouragement tried to sit on your spirit. That is why exhaustion attacked your mind. That is why fear kept whispering, "Nothing will change." But fear is losing power now. I am reviving boldness inside of you again. You will pray boldly again. You will dream boldly again. You will build boldly again. Because heaven is activating courage in this hour. Type now, "I walk in bold faith." My child, there are miracles already unfolding around your future while you hear my voice. People are being moved. Doors are being prepared. Favor is being released. Resources are aligning. You cannot fully see all of it yet, but heaven is already in motion. That is why you must not lose faith now. You are standing too close to manifestation. The enemy attacks hardest before breakthrough, but breakthrough is still coming. Remember Joseph. The prison came before promotion. Remember David. The wilderness came before the throne. Remember Job. The suffering came before restoration. And your current struggle is not your final chapter either. My child, some of you secretly wonder whether you are capable of handling the blessing I promised. But hear me clearly. If I called you, I will equip you. If I opened the door, I will sustain you. If I assigned the territory, I will provide the wisdom to steward it. You are not alone in this transition. My hand is upon you. My favor surrounds you. My spirit is leading you, and the ownership I release over your life carries my protection. Declare now, I am established by God. My child, this next season will not look like the last one. The emotional heaviness is breaking. The instability is breaking. The cycles of delay are breaking. The fear of never having enough is breaking. You are entering a season where peace will replace panic. Wisdom will replace confusion. Favor will replace frustration. And establishment will replace instability. You are not wandering anymore. You are crossing over. My child, there are children connected to your future who will benefit from your obedience today. They will see what faithfulness looks like. They will witness my goodness through your testimony. They will grow up hearing stories about how I opened impossible doors. That testimony will strengthen generations after you. That testimony will remind your bloodline that I still move miraculously. And your family line will never remain the same after this season. Type in faith. My family is entering royal favor. My child, hear this final decree for this moment. I am opening royal doors over your life. I am activating ownership. I am releasing favor. I am restoring confidence. I am breaking delay. I am shifting your atmosphere. And the next part of your journey will carry evidence that heaven personally intervened in your story. Before this message continues, obey quickly. Sow your strongest seed right now without hesitation. The QR code is on the screen, and the PayPal link is in the pinned comment. Do not delay this moment. Many people pray for ownership while ignoring the obedience heaven is asking for. My child, prepare your spirit. I need you to hear this deeply because many people misunderstand the season they are standing in. You thought the pressure meant I abandoned you, but the pressure was proof that transition had already started. Yes, started. When a seed breaks open underground, it looks like destruction before growth appears. When a woman gives birth, pain comes before new life arrives. And when heaven prepares ownership for a chosen child, warfare often increases before manifestation. That is why your spirit has felt stretched. That is why your emotions have felt tested. That is why old fears suddenly tried to rise again. The enemy sensed movement in the spirit. He saw the doors beginning to unlock. He saw favor approaching your life, and he hoped discouragement would make you quit before arrival. But look at you. You are still standing. You are still listening. You are still believing. And because you did not quit, the decree remains active over your future. Type now, I will not miss my season. My child, there are people connected to your destiny who are waiting on your obedience. Yes, your obedience. You think your breakthrough only affects you, but the blessing I release through your life will touch many others. You will help people. You will inspire people. You will become evidence that I still honor faith. That is why I have been teaching you humility in hidden seasons. Because influence without character destroys people. But I am building your foundation carefully, so when increase comes, you will remain grounded in me. My child, some of you listening right now secretly fear success because you watched blessing change people negatively. You saw pride destroy hearts. You saw greed destroy peace. And part of you became afraid of increase. But hear me carefully. The blessing I release does not pull my children away from me. Proverbs says, "The blessing of the Lord it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it." Yes, no sorrow with it. That means my blessing carries peace. My blessing carries wisdom. My blessing carries purpose. And the ownership I am releasing over your life is connected to kingdom assignment. Declare now, God's blessing brings peace. My child, there are hidden gifts inside you that you have not fully recognized yet. There are ideas from heaven resting in your spirit. There are abilities waiting to be activated. There are visions I planted inside you years ago that fear tried to silence. But today I am reviving your courage. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too inexperienced. If I placed the vision inside you, I also placed the grace to fulfill it. So stop speaking against yourself. Stop diminishing your potential. Stop calling yourself incapable. You carry royal oil. You carry kingdom authority. You carry divine assignment. And the enemy cannot stop what I personally ordained. My child, many of you have spent years praying for signs. You asked me, "Lord, show me if my season is changing." But this message is part of the sign. Yes, this moment, this stirring in your spirit, this urgency you feel, heaven is confirming that movement has already started. The old chapter cannot hold you anymore. You are stepping into larger territory, territory of influence, territory of stability, territory of ownership, territory of favor, and your spirit must prepare for expansion. Type in faith, I am expanding by God's power. My child, some people around you will not understand your transformation. They became familiar with the version of you that doubted yourself, the version that stayed small, the version that apologized for dreaming bigger. But I am calling you higher now, and not everyone will understand higher places. Do not shrink your faith to fit fearful environments. Do not silence your vision because others lack courage. I did not create you to hide. I created you to shine. Matthew says a city set on a hill cannot be hidden, and I am bringing visibility to your calling. The hidden season is ending. The overlooked season is ending. The season of being underestimated is ending. I am bringing honor where there was once rejection. I am bringing increase where there was once struggle. I am bringing ownership where there was once limitation. My child, hear this carefully. The enemy cannot stop a person who fully trusts me. He can attack, he can distract, he can whisper fear, but he cannot permanently block a surrendered child of God. That is why I am strengthening your faith now. You are about to step into opportunities that require trust beyond logic. You are about to walk through doors that look impossible naturally. But remember this, I am not limited by human systems. I own the silver and the gold. I control favor. I open doors no man can shut. And when heaven says yes, no devil in hell can reverse it. Declare now, no power can stop my blessing. My child, there is another thing I must break off your life before this next season fully manifests. The fear of failure. Yes, that fear has followed you too long. It made you hesitate. It made you overthink. It made you doubt yourself. But hear me now. Failure is not your master. I am your shepherd, and I know how to guide my children. If Peter had remained trapped in fear, he never would have stepped onto the water. If David had remained trapped in fear, he never would have faced Goliath. If Esther had remained trapped in fear, she never would have saved a nation. And if you remain trapped in fear, you will hesitate at the very door I opened. So today I am breaking fear off your spirit. You will move boldly. You will trust boldly. You will obey boldly. Because your royal ownership season has already begun. My beloved child, this is the moment where the chains of limitation begin breaking off your life completely. Yes, completely. The enemy hoped you would spend your entire future doubting what I placed inside you. He hoped fear would silence your faith. He hoped delay would weaken your expectation. He hoped disappointment would convince you that ownership was for other people but not for you. But heaven is overturning every lie in this hour. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. And chosen children do not remain trapped in wilderness seasons forever. Type now, my wilderness season is over. My child, hear me carefully, because this final decree carries power. The ownership I release over your life is not temporary emotion, it is covenant. Yes, covenant. When I promise, I fulfill. When I open, no devil can shut. When I establish, no attack from darkness can destroy. That is why the enemy fought your confidence so heavily. He knew what would happen if you finally believed me. He knew what would happen if you finally stepped into kingdom authority. He knew what would happen if you stopped agreeing with fear. You would become unstoppable. And now that awakening has begun. My child, there are spiritual doors opening around your destiny, even now. You cannot fully see all of it yet, but heaven is already moving, favor is shifting, people are being positioned, resources are aligning, opportunities are awakening, and some of you are one divine moment away from a breakthrough that changes everything. One contract, one approval, one connection, one divine encounter, and suddenly your entire future shifts. That is why you cannot retreat now. You are too close to manifestation. Declare now, my manifestation is here. My child, many of you listening right now secretly feel emotionally exhausted. You carried pressure quietly. You fought battles silently. You smiled while your spirit felt tired. But I saw everything. I saw the nights you cried in secret. I saw the moments where fear sat heavily on your chest. I saw the prayers whispered through tears. And hear me clearly, none of it was wasted. Psalm 56 says, I collect your tears in a bottle. Yes, that means heaven never ignored your pain. I was preparing you while you were praying. I was building endurance while you were waiting. I was shaping your character while you were struggling. Because the blessing attached to your future requires strength. And now strength is rising inside of you again. My child, stop replaying old limitations in your mind. The enemy keeps trying to remind you where you started. But I speak according to where I am taking you. You look at your current condition. I look at your kingdom assignment. You look at closed doors. I look at the doors already prepared ahead of you. You look at lack. I look at overflow. You look at weakness. I look at the oil upon your life. So stop agreeing with small thinking. You are royal. Yes, royal. Not because of earthly status, but because you belong to the King. And royal children do not remain mentally trapped in fear forever. Type in faith. I have a royal inheritance. My child, the ownership I am releasing over your life carries more than property. It carries dominion. It carries influence. It carries testimony. There are people who will encounter my goodness because of what I do through your life. That is why the enemy tried to bury your confidence. He feared your future impact. He feared the blessing connected to your obedience. He feared the testimony your life would become. But what I ordained cannot be canceled. Isaiah 54 says, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. No weapon. That means attacks may come, but they cannot permanently stop destiny. The weapon may form, but it shall not prosper. And every attack against your ownership season is breaking now. My child, hear this next decree carefully. I am breaking delay. I am breaking fear. I am breaking generational limitation. I am breaking the mindset of barely surviving. I am breaking the cycle of always feeling behind. You are entering divine acceleration. Yes, acceleration. What took years to resist you can suddenly shift in one moment. One favor, one opportunity, one act of obedience. And suddenly doors begin opening rapidly. That is why you must remain spiritually alert. Do not allow distraction to pull you away now. Do not allow discouragement to poison your expectation now. You are entering a critical moment. Declare now, my delay is breaking. My child, there are people around you who secretly underestimated you. They saw your struggle and assumed your future. They saw your delay and assumed your destiny. They saw your pain and assumed heaven forgot you. But they are about to witness my hand. They will see favor they cannot explain. They will see doors opening unexpectedly. They will see peace replacing pressure. They will see ownership replacing instability. And they will know I established you. Do not become prideful when blessing appears. Remain humble. Remain prayerful. Remain surrendered. Because the next level of your life requires deeper dependence on me. The blessing I release is holy. It is not for arrogance. It is for kingdom purpose. You will build. You will bless. You will establish. You will help others rise. And your life will become evidence that I still honor obedience. My child, some of you still secretly fear stepping into larger territory. You wonder, what if I fail? But hear me carefully. What if you succeed because I am with you? What if the opportunity came from heaven? What if the door is connected to your assignment? You keep asking for miracles while hesitating at the very place I opened. But fear must not lead you anymore. Faith must lead you now. When Peter stepped onto the water, logic said he would sink. But faith carried him beyond natural limitation. And I am calling you to walk by faith again, not by fear, not by insecurity, not by old wounds, but by trust. Type now, I walk by faith and not by fear. My child, Deuteronomy 8:18 says it is I who gives power to get wealth. Yes, power. That means I know how to release ideas. I know how to release favor. I know how to release strategy. I know how to release kingdom increase. And some of you listening right now are about to receive supernatural wisdom connected to your future. Business ideas, property opportunities, financial strategies, creative visions, kingdom assignments. And when the ideas come, do not ignore them. Pray over them. Move with wisdom. Move with obedience. Because heaven often releases miracles through instruction. My child, there is peace entering your spirit right now. The anxiety is breaking. The torment is breaking. The fear of never becoming established is breaking. You will not spend your entire life trapped beneath uncertainty. My peace is covering you. The same Jesus who calmed storms still calms storms today. And I am calming the storm around your future. You will think differently. You will speak differently. You will dream differently. Because your atmosphere is changing. Declare now, the peace of God covers my future. My child, hear this deeply now. There are generational prayers connected to your breakthrough. Somebody before you cried out for stability. Somebody before you prayed for restoration. Somebody before you asked me to bless the bloodline. And heaven is responding through you. That is why your faith matters. That is why your obedience matters. That is why your courage matters. You are carrying more than your own future. You are carrying generational transition. The poverty mindset stops with you. The fear stops with you. The emotional instability stops with you. And your bloodline is entering a new chapter through your obedience. My child, one day you will look back at this difficult season and realize it was preparing you for greater things. You thought the pressure was punishment, but it was preparation. You thought the delay was rejection, but it was alignment. You thought the battle would destroy you, but it refined you. And now the refined version of you is stepping into ownership. The refined version of you is walking through open doors. The refined version of you is carrying kingdom authority. And darkness cannot stop what heaven has already released. I declare supernatural favor over your life. I declare supernatural peace over your mind. I declare supernatural wisdom over your decisions. I declare supernatural increase over your finances. I declare supernatural protection over your household. I declare supernatural acceleration over your destiny. Every chain of delay is breaking now. Every assignment of fear is losing power now. Every closed door assigned by darkness is being shattered now. And every heaven-approved door is opening now. This is your confirmation. The decree is active. The ownership season has started. The favor is moving. The breakthrough is manifesting. The establishment is coming. And your life will never remain the same again. Type now with bold faith, Amen. I receive my ownership. Declare now, my royal season has begun. Type now, I believe Jesus. And if you believe heaven has activated your ownership season right now, subscribe to this channel. Share this message with someone who needs this breakthrough, and keep declaring God's promises until every chain of limitation completely breaks off your destiny forever. My child, my beloved, come closer and listen carefully, because heaven has been trying to reach your spirit since the first moment you opened your eyes today, before the noise of this world distracted you, before fear whispered another lie into your mind, before discouragement tried to sit on your heart again. I already had this moment prepared for you. This is not an ordinary message. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is a royal decree from heaven. And if your spirit feels stirred right now, it is because my presence is already touching the atmosphere around you. My child, promise me something. Do not look away. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not allow distraction to steal this word from your spirit, because what I am about to release over your life is bigger than you realize. This hour marks the beginning of ownership. Yes, ownership. Not borrowing, not barely surviving, not constantly living beneath pressure and limitation, but ownership. Divine ownership, kingdom ownership, and heaven is calling you a royal estate owner before the world sees the manifestation. Type now, I receive my ownership before this message continues. Obey this quickly. Subscribe to this channel and like this video right now, because heaven is watching your response to this word. Do not move forward casually. This message carries a breakthrough your future cannot afford to ignore. My child, there were seasons where you secretly wondered if stability would ever belong to you. You watched others build while you struggled to maintain peace. You watched doors open for people around you while your own prayers seemed delayed. You smiled publicly, while silently asking, Lord, when will my season finally come? But hear me clearly now. Your season has started this hour. Yes, this hour. I am shifting your identity from survival into ownership. I am shifting your atmosphere from limitation into establishment. I am shifting your household from wandering into divine positioning. And the enemy is terrified that you are finally hearing this word. My child, the reason warfare intensified recently is because darkness sensed transition. The enemy saw movement before you saw manifestation. He saw favor approaching. He saw open doors approaching. He saw kingdom increase approaching. And he tried to exhaust your faith before arrival. That is why your mind felt attacked. That is why discouragement kept appearing. That is why fear whispered, nothing will ever change. But fear is lying. The decree has already gone forth, and what heaven decrees cannot be reversed by hell. Declare now, my season of ownership has started. My child, ownership in my kingdom is not just about property. It is about authority. It is about dominion. It is about restoration. When I created Adam, I gave him dominion. When I brought Israel into promise, I established inheritance. And now I am restoring ownership mentality to my children again. The enemy wanted you trapped in survival thinking. He wanted you afraid to dream. He wanted you believing you would always remain beneath pressure. But I am breaking that mindset now. You are not called only to survive. You are called to establish. You are called to build. You are called to steward. You are called to carry kingdom influence. And the ownership I release over your life carries purpose. Type in faith. I am a royal estate owner, my child. Some of you listening right now grew up around instability. You watched stress dominate households. You watched fear shape decisions. You watched hardworking people remain trapped. And secretly you wondered if struggle would follow your bloodline forever. But hear me carefully. That cycle ends with you. Yes, with you. You are the chosen interruption. You are the one I am raising to shift your family line. That is why your battles felt unusual. That is why your process felt heavy. That is why hell fought your confidence so aggressively. The enemy knew your assignment before you fully understood it. But today I am making it clear. I am activating ownership over your future. My child, Isaiah 45 says, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass. Did you hear that? I go before you. That means you are not entering this season alone. I am already touching doors. I am already aligning favor. I am already preparing opportunities. I am already moving people into position. You cannot see everything yet, but heaven is already in motion. And some of you are one divine moment away from a breakthrough that changes your entire future. One phone call, one approval, one opportunity, one unexpected favor, and suddenly everything shifts. Declare now, heaven is opening my doors. My child, stop speaking defeat over your future. Stop saying nothing ever works for me. I will always struggle. People like me never own anything. No, life and death are in the power of the tongue. So align your mouth with heaven. Speak blessing, speak increase, speak favor, speak ownership, because your words must now agree with my decree. My child, there are miracles already moving behind the scenes while you hear this message. Yes, right now, resources are being arranged, connections are shifting, favor is touching hearts, opportunities are opening. The answer has already started moving. That is why you must not lose faith now. You are too close. The enemy attacks hardest before manifestation, but attacks do not cancel destiny. They often confirm transition. Type now, my breakthrough is moving toward me. My child, hear this deeply. The ownership I release over your life is not empty prosperity. It carries kingdom assignment. You will build with wisdom. You will steward with humility. You will bless others. You will become evidence of my faithfulness. That is why I have been shaping your character during difficult seasons, because blessing without wisdom destroys people. But I have been teaching you dependence. I have been teaching you humility. I have been teaching you obedience. So when increase comes, it will establish you instead of destroying you. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "It is I who gives power to get wealth." Yes, power. That means I release wisdom. I release creativity. I release opportunities. I release strategy. I release favor, and I am doing it over your life now. My child, there are some people around you who secretly expected you to remain stuck. They became comfortable watching you struggle. They became familiar with your limitations, but they are about to witness my hand upon your life. They will see favor they cannot explain. They will see doors opening unexpectedly. They will see stability replacing struggle, and they will know heaven intervened. Do not seek revenge. Do not waste energy proving yourself. I will establish you publicly. I will honor you openly. I will vindicate you through blessing. Type in faith. God is establishing me, my child. Some of you listening right now secretly battle feelings of unworthiness. You wonder if this kind of blessing could really happen for you. You look at your background. You look at past mistakes. You look at current limitations. But listen carefully. Did Joseph's prison stop the palace? Did David's field stop the throne? Did Ruth's poverty stop divine favor? So why are you limiting me by your current circumstances? I am still the God who changes stories. I am still the God who lifts unexpectedly. I am still the God who establishes my children. And your story is changing now, my child. There is another reason this word is reaching you today. Because you almost settled. You almost accepted survival as your permanent reality. You almost stopped praying boldly. You almost lowered your expectations. But I refuse to let my chosen child remain trapped beneath fear. I created you for more than constant struggle. Yes, there were seasons of testing. Yes, there were seasons of pressure. But pressure seasons are not permanent seasons. And now I am shifting your identity. You are no longer thinking like a victim. You are no longer speaking like someone forgotten. You are stepping into royal authority. You are stepping into kingdom ownership. You are stepping into divine establishment. Declare now, I walk in kingdom authority. My child, there are generational prayers connected to your breakthrough. Somebody before you cried for stability. Somebody before you prayed for restoration. Somebody before you asked me to bless the family line. And heaven is responding through you. That is why your obedience matters. That is why your faith matters. That is why your prayers matter. You are carrying more than your own future. You are carrying generational transition. The poverty mindset stops with you. The fear stops with you. The instability stops with you. And your bloodline is entering a new chapter through your obedience. Type now. My bloodline is changing. My child, the atmosphere around your life is shifting even now. You can feel it. That rising expectation, that unusual stirring, that sense that things cannot remain the same. That is my spirit preparing you for manifestation. The old season is breaking. The old limitations are breaking. The old fear is breaking. I am opening royal doors over your future, and what comes next in your life will become undeniable evidence that heaven still honors faith, obedience, and surrender. My child, listen carefully, because this next part carries a decree that hell hoped you would never hear. You were never created to live beneath constant limitation. You were never designed to spend your entire life fighting only to barely survive. You were born with royal identity. Yes, royal, not because of human status, but because you belong to me. And when heaven calls someone chosen, the enemy immediately becomes afraid of their future. That is why your battles felt unusual. That is why resistance followed your progress. That is why opportunities sometimes seem delayed right before breakthrough. Darkness recognized your assignment before you fully understood it yourself. But today I am uncovering the truth. Your ownership season has begun. The decree has already gone forth. And what heaven has released cannot be canceled by fear. Type now, MY ownership season has begun. My child, there were moments when you secretly felt tired of praying. You kept believing while carrying hidden disappointment. You kept hoping while your heart quietly asked, Lord, when will my turn finally come? But hear me carefully. The delay was never denial. The waiting was preparation. I was shaping your spirit while preparing your future. I was building endurance inside of you. I was teaching you dependence on me. Because the blessing I am releasing over your life requires maturity. Yes, maturity. Because ownership without wisdom destroys people. But I have been teaching you stewardship during hidden seasons. That is why your process felt intense. That is why your journey looked different from others. You were being prepared for kingdom responsibility. My child, there are blessings attached to obedience. When Noah obeyed, preservation followed. When Abraham obeyed, inheritance followed. When Peter obeyed, miracles followed. And when you obey my voice in this season, establishment will follow. That is why you must stop hesitating. Fear cannot lead you where faith is required. The next level of your life demands courage. Courage to believe again. Courage to build again. Courage to step through doors that look impossible naturally. But I am already ahead of you. Isaiah 45 says, I will go before thee. Yes, before you. That means I am already touching the opportunities connected to your future. I am already aligning the people assigned to help you. I am already moving obstacles out of the way. You are not walking toward this promise alone. Declare now, God is going before me. My child, stop replaying old failures in your mind. The enemy keeps trying to chain you to your past because he fears your future. He wants you believing your mistakes disqualified you. He wants shame to silence your expectation. But hear me now. I already knew every weakness before I called you, and I still chose you. Did Moses not doubt himself? Did Gideon not feel inadequate? Did Peter not fail me before becoming a pillar? So why are you counting yourself out? You are not disqualified. You are chosen. You are covered by grace, and the ownership attached to your destiny is still alive. My child, there are spiritual doors opening around your life right now. Yes, spiritual doors. Doors of favor, doors of influence, doors of opportunity, doors of provision, doors connected to property, stability, and establishment. And many of you listening can already feel something changing. That stirring in your spirit, that unusual expectation, that sense that your season cannot remain the same. That is not emotion. That is my spirit preparing you for transition. The old chapter is ending. The chapter of barely surviving is closing. The chapter of constant delay is closing. And a new chapter of ownership is opening. Type in faith. My doors are opening now. My child, some of you listening right now grew up around survival mentality. You watched people fear every financial decision. You watched stress dominate households. You watched hard work without breakthrough. And secretly you became afraid to dream bigger. But I am breaking scarcity off your mind now. Scarcity says, there will never be enough. People like us never rise, we must always struggle. But kingdom thinking says, my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory. Yes, supply. That means I know how to provide. I know how to sustain. I know how to increase. And I am teaching you to think like royalty instead of bondage. You are not called to remain mentally trapped while praying for open doors. So today I am renewing your mind. You are blessed. You are favored. You are chosen. You are appointed for this season. My child. Deuteronomy 8:18 says it is I who gives power to get wealth. Yes, power. That means increase is not luck. It is not manipulation. It is not accident. It is kingdom empowerment. I release ideas. I release wisdom. I release discipline. I release strategy. I release divine connections. And somebody listening right now is about to experience supernatural movement in finances and ownership. Unexpected approvals, unexpected opportunities, unexpected resources, unexpected favor, and people will know. My hand was involved. Declare now, heaven is releasing favor over me. My child, there are people around you who secretly expected you to remain small. They became comfortable watching you struggle. They underestimated the oil on your life. They underestimated the favor attached to your obedience. But they are about to witness transformation. They will see peace where there used to be pressure. They will see stability where there used to be uncertainty. They will see increase where there used to be lack. And they will know I established you. Do not become arrogant when blessing arrives.